And this one is for the record. I never once went to Cecil King asking for his help. You know, in 2001, I think Cecil King been planning this stuff since back then because in 2001, when he was living at his first house before he bought the other house that him and his wife living in, me and Basil, his brother-in-law, used to go to his house a lot of weekends and chill and go to the clubs and stuff like that. And we were talking to him, and he offered Basin a job. He told Basin there's a new position open at his job, or a position available. And because Basin used to sell cell phones at the time, but he never really keep a job. He be jumping from job to job. So Basin said, "Nah, you don't want that." And I was like, "Shoot, let me have it." Because even though I was working at Papados at this time, at Papados, I was still getting my raise every 3 to 6 months, stuff like that. And at the same time, I was doing good. I was moving up in position. Sometimes I didn't even ask them to move up to another position. They like 6 months later or so, a year later, they would just put me in a new position because they like, like they need to raise my pay and stuff like that because I'm a performer. So they will purposely just put me in a new position and within no time I'm good at that position. So they would just keep moving me up. So but I figure like it ceased to work for the state or the city of San Antonio, and he been telling me about this company since I was like 18 years old. So I was like, man, that'd be a good career for me, and I would be working with Cecil, and I could move up. So when he offered Basil a job, and Basil turned it down, I was like, let me have it. But then he stayed silent. He didn't say nothing. He just changed the subject. So that's when I started avoiding him because I found it strange that he didn't even reply to me saying, let me have the position that he told Basil that was open at his job. So basically, I started to work. And this is when he showed up Papados. I believe this was back in about 2003 or something like that. And he looked left and he looked right. And then he's like, this is the place where we can't get to him. So I think that's when he started go to the pimp people at Papados and involve them, and that's when the problem started for me at Papados, because me and them people at Papados was good. They used to invite me to birthday parties. We used to go out and drink. We used to do a lot of stuff. So me and them boys at Papados was good. And me and the cooks was good. Me and the busters was good. Me and a lot of the wait staff was good. So basically, all they had to orchestrate issues, you know, in order to get things the way it was. So anyway, when after that, they caused me to lose my job at Papados, and when I lose my job at Papados, I was in, I had child support to pay and all kind of stuff. And so I went to Cecil and I was telling him about all the stuff that was going on in my life, and he offered to take me to his company, to bring me for help in his company, that they would give me housing and put me in meds and all this kind of stuff for depression or something like that, to help ease with the stress of dealing with all the stuff I'm dealing with. So I was like, cool. So I went to them, and he took me to them. Actually, he took me there to them, and he leave me there with a psychiatrist to talk to, or whoever. And I told him about the dream that I had with the Madalusa, made of ice and all that stuff, but I tell him, like, I woke up and I saw it, but I told him it could have been a dream. It could have been a dream, but I saw and I closed the Madalusa, and then I closed with her hair with snakes, and every part of her was made of ice, no clothes, just just snakes, for a year. And I was so scared that I closed my door and covered myself on the sheet. But then I woke up, and I don't know, long later, and then I was like, oh, I'm safe. So literally I could have just had a dream, right? But that's what they used to label me, as a schizophrenia. Check the game they played on me. And so this they do that so that they could be able to do all the other stuff they wanted to do to me, and I won't be able to prove that what they doing is bad. So when my mom come and they were trying to use my mom, actually, matter of fact, Cecil King asked me if I want my mom to come here, and when he asked, and then when my mom got there, and my mom find and I told him, yeah, I would love. In 2005, he asked me if I want my mom to come and help me out. And when my mom come in 2005, I was like, yeah, because I haven't seen my mom in years, and plus I was going through a lot, and I didn't even have a job at the time, so I was like, yeah, man, that would be great for me, you know. And so anyway, so they make sure they fight me on the papados, use these things to fight me on the papados first, so for me to need help from them. So I've never went to Cecil King for help. I went to him to talk to him about some of the stuff I was going through, and he's the one offered me help. So now he come back. Like I said, he was talking to his grandchild, said, "No one's gonna help you. You got to help yourself," and that would make me remember, you know, this man. All right, So anyway, so that's when they used my mom to try to get me in the system, and when my mom didn't fail at what they want, because they when I call Cecil up and tell him, like, yo, in 2005, yo, you think I'm scared of you? Because I'm hearing people at Papados. I remember when I was hearing people at Papados saying that those people that he's scared of. So I'm figuring the only people they could be talking about is Cecil and his wife and her family, because like her father is from the valley or whatever, and they supposed to be like linked with Mexican mafia and all kind of stuff. I don't know what if, but I remember she was saying her father from the military was in the military and all this stuff, and all retired military and all this stuff. So, but I don't know if they just was trying to tell me stuff to try to make me scared, but I wasn't scared of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Jamaica. I grew up in Kingston. Dog, like if I grew up in Kingston and I'm scared, like that would have been a waste of time. Me grew up in the islands. You know what I'm saying? The island built me different for that. So anyway, that's when my mom didn't succeed in what they want. They sent my mom back to New York like a dog with her tail between her legs, you know. So they literally brought my mom here to try to help them destroy me, and then they try to get me to be a meds. So they kept calling my phone every week while I was living with my mom at the time in 2005. And I told them, if you guys keep calling my phone, the people from Cecil Company, from Cecil King Company, if you guys keep calling my phone, you guys, I'm going to take y'all to court. And y'all going to have to prove that I'm mentally disabled, right? So that's when they stopped calling my phone cold turkey. But they used to call my phone every week, sometimes 3-4 times for the week. See, it's Cecil King Company that want to use me as a guinea pig. They need to pay. In San Antonio, Texas, they need to pay.